What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you don't miss another video. For those of you that don't know, I am a certified personal trainer, certified performance enhancement specialist, and a certified nutritionist through Precision Nutrition. What we're going to be doing today's video is taking a look at how we can achieve weight loss with 6 easy steps. Step 1, follow science and not social media trends. So the important thing to remember about this is that your favorite influencers and your bloggers and even celebrities, they're often paid to promote their brand or a product, right? So you'll see them talk about how great this waist trainer is, or how great this thermogenic pill that they take is, and that they haven't changed their diet or workout routine. All they've done is add this product, and all of a sudden they've been able to lose weight or slim their waist or slim their thighs or whatever it might be, right? The problem is, most of the time, they don't actually use the products.
There you go.
And a lot of times the products aren't really even like safe. They don't explain how to use them correctly. Or there might be something that has a little bit of merit to it, like the Rice Krispie treat trend that's kind of going on right now, like on TikTok and stuff, where the science behind why it works makes sense. But at the same time, if you're trying to lose weight, having a Rice Krispie treat as a pre-workout meal is probably not the best idea. There's better options, like maybe doing oatmeal, right? You can do oatmeal. Certain types of protein shakes can also be beneficial to have, like 45 minutes to an hour before you work out. Even just some fruit like banana, maybe some peanut butter. So you have to be really aware of what it is that you're listening to and who you're listening to. A lot of the people online are simply online to sell products, make a little bit of money, not necessarily sell you things that are going to be the most beneficial for what your overall goals are. Step number 2 is eating in a small calorie deficit. So at the very base level of weight loss, it comes down to calories in versus calories out, right? So if I, in a day, burn 2,500 calories to get around, to work out, to train my clients, even when I'm relaxing, my body is continuing to use energy, right? Let's say it takes me 2,500 calories to do that on average in a day. The only way that I can lose weight is if I consume less calories than that 2,500. Now what happens often here is that calorie deficit gets miscalculated and you don't eat enough food. So I emphasize the word small because you don't want that deficit to be too large. What I would recommend for you, and what I really like to use, is Precision Nutrition's website has a weight loss calculator on it. Really great because it does a couple things. One is it's going to help you determine what your maintenance calories are. Maintenance calories are going to be the number of calories you need to eat within a little bit of a range to stay at the current physique and weight that you have on you now. So it's going to give you that for starters, which is important because in order to create a deficit, you have to know that number to begin with. The best part about this, and the thing that I think is really cool, is that their calculator will actually tell you your calorie deficit, but it makes an adjustment knowing that your body will adjust the number of calories it uses as you start to lose weight. Your body will make metabolic adjustments throughout your weight loss journey. So over the course of a couple months to a year, that number is going to change, And this calculator accounts for that. So that's why I really like using that precision nutrition calculator when I'm trying to help my clients figure out what their deficit should be. Step number 3, and this applies to everyone, men and women. You need to be strength training and somewhere in the range of 3 to 5 days a week. So that number is going to vary depending on what your overall goal is and how large of a goal that is. If you are just starting out your fitness journey, I would highly recommend seeking out a personal trainer that can help you. Someone that can say, let's start out with 2 times a week, or let's start out with 4 times a week, whatever the number might be, because starting out it can be a little overwhelming, and if you start out and you go too hard at the beginning, sometimes it can be defeating and then you don't want to do it anymore. And sometimes if you don't start out doing enough, as time goes on, you don't see the results you want to see, and then you might want to quit then also. So I would highly suggest getting with a personal trainer and having that discussion, letting them know where you are now and where you would like to be, and let them tell you what their recommendation would be based on your individual goals, right? So strength training is going to do a couple things. It's going to encourage lean muscle mass, and it's going to help burn fat. Because the more lean muscle mass that you have on your body, the more fat you will burn through even at rest. Okay, so when you're sleeping, if you have more muscle mass on you, you will continue to burn more fat. When you're watching TV and just kind of hanging out, not moving a whole lot, your body will burn more fat while at rest.
Oh man, that's pretty cool, man.
But it also is going to help you maintain your muscle mass as you start to lose weight. Because without strength training, and I'm sure you've seen this and you may have heard the term skinny fat, that's for people who don't really want to get into weight training and they want to lose weight, so they get on the cardio bus, right? And they do a lot of cardio. They will lose weight, but they also lose whatever muscle they may have had on their body at that time. So by doing strength training, it's going to allow you to maintain most of that muscle mass while you continue to lose weight. Step 4, do some cardio, not just cardio. It's my recommendation to most people, and again, this could be individualized a little bit, but most people should prioritize their weight training and then aid your weight loss with cardio as it's needed for your goals. If you have a goal to lose, let's say 20 pounds in the next 2 months, that puts you at 10 pounds a month, which is gonna be 2 to 2.5 pounds a week, which is about average, right? So that can be done with a little bit of cardio and then your strength training. Again, individualized, everybody's results are going to vary, but let's say you want to lose 35 pounds in 2 months. That goal is going to be a little steeper, and in order to do that, you're probably going to need to do more cardio, but your priority should still always be on the strength training side of things. Looking at step number 5, and I think this is probably one that gets overlooked the most, is focus on getting quality sleep. So from the beginning, off the bat, the most obvious reason how quality sleep can affect fat loss is the amount of energy you have for your day. If you don't get enough sleep, you're probably not going to have a lot of energy to want to go exercise. And if you do go exercise and work out, most likely you're not going to have the energy to perform to the best of your abilities in that session, right? So that's the most obvious reason. But outside of that, lack of sleep can put your appetite hormones out of balance. And so what will start to happen is your body will start to cue you that you're hungry more often, and it will start to tell you that you're satiated or full less often. So then you start to eat more food, and that happens when you have less sleep. Another thing that can happen is when you have a lack of sleep, it's also going to increase your desire to eat higher calorie foods. And that's going to kind of circle back into what we just discussed, having more hunger cues. So the hungrier you feel, and the more often you feel hungry, the more likely you are to try to get something that you feel is going to make you feel full, like burgers or pizza or candy bars or whatever your vice might be or your old habit might have been, right?
Donut. I want donut.
You're more likely to fall back into that trap. So if you're really wondering, like, well, how do I know if I'm getting good sleep? I feel like I sleep 7 hours or 8 hours a night, and that should be enough, right? When it comes to your sleep cycle, just like your nutrition and just like your workouts, it's going to be very individualized. So as a general rule, like 7 to 9 hours of sleep is usually sufficient. But that doesn't mean that you're getting quality sleep. That means you're getting the right quantity, but what about the quality, right? So for me, that's where my Whoop has really come in big for sleep quality, because when I wake up in the morning, I can look at what my recovery looks like, and that recovery is based on my sleep. It will give me a chart and it shows me this is the number of hours that I needed based on the exertion of the day before, and this is how much sleep I got. So there's your quantity measurement to start with, but then it goes more in depth than that, and it's gonna show me how many times I woke up in the middle of the night. It's gonna show me how long I spent in my light sleep cycle. It's gonna show me how long I was in my REM cycle, which is where a lot of your recovery comes from when you get into that nice deep sleep. And so there's more than just looking at the number of hours that you slept for the night before. It's more important, like I said, to focus on that quality sleep, and Whoop has really allowed me to do that. So if you're wondering, how do I go about getting one of these Whoops, or what is it? I've never heard of it, I'm not sure. I have a link down below. Click on the link, go to the website, check it out. It will get you the first month free, and I know once you get it, you're gonna try it on, you're gonna wear it, you're gonna see all the information, and it can really make a difference if you utilize that information how it's meant to be used. So I highly recommend the Whoop. Click on the link, get yourself a month free, and start seeing the changes. Step number 6, and this is probably one of the most important things that we'll talk about today, and that's to strive for consistency, not perfection. If all you focus is on is doing things perfectly all the time, you're gonna get overwhelmed with the process, and it's not gonna be fun, and you're gonna feel like you can't go out and have fun with your friends, or you're gonna feel like you can't enjoy a piece of pizza when you have family in town visiting you, or whatever it might be. But we still have to live our lives. And when you're starting out early, and I tell this to all my clients when we first start together, don't try to flip everything all at once, right? Like, just a couple small steps at the beginning is already more than what you were doing before you started. And you will start to see some results, and when you get comfortable with those first small steps, then add a couple more steps, and then you progress it from there. And that's gonna keep it from, like I said, getting to be overwhelming, because when things get overwhelming, the easiest thing to do is to quit. And you don't want to do that. You don't want to quit on yourself. You don't want to quit on the process.
Hey, no, never.
Especially as you get deeper into the process. So allow yourself to have those days, because we all have them. Sometimes you're going to come home from a hard day at work, and you're not going to want to eat, ground turkey and some veggies and some white rice or whatever meal you have planned for that night. Maybe you're gonna want pizza because you just want something to make you happy for that moment and to feel good. So do that. And you don't have to punish yourself the next day and do 45 minutes of cardio either. It's gotta be enjoyable in order for it to be sustainable, right? So strive for consistency. Don't worry about perfection. be patient with the process, but more importantly, be patient with yourself. Anything worth having is going to take time, and that's especially true when it comes to losing weight. It's a hard thing to do. If it was easy, there wouldn't be so many of us that struggle with being overweight. You have to be patient and understand that you're going to have small hiccups, and some days are going to be better than others. Some days are going to be easier than others. Some days you're going to be more motivated than others. But the end goal never changes, and so focus on the end goal. Be patient with how long it might take for you to get there, and then when you do get there, you can have that proud moment and say, I stuck it out, even though it was hard. I've come this far, and now look where I'm at. If you thought this was gonna be do this exercise, drink this drink, eat this pill, and buy one of, my workout programs online, this wasn't that video. This was real, heart to heart, face to face. These things on their own will aid you in your weight loss journey. So if you don't know where to start, as always, feel free to leave a comment. Feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. My link for that is down below as well. Feel free to email me. My email is down below, so is my website. I'm always going to be willing to help you guys out with any questions you have. Like I said, losing weight itself isn't simple. The process is not simple, but the steps to take to do in that process can be simple. So that's what I've got for you guys today. I hope you've enjoyed the information. In the end, I really just want to help people, guys. And that's what this channel was created for, was to get information out like I did today, as well as have a little bit of fun, but still provide some information that you guys can use, provide some workouts, because I just want to help as many people as I can help. That's really why I became a personal trainer, because I knew that one day, hopefully, I can reach thousands and thousands of people and reach far beyond just my immediate community here in Dallas. So that's all I've got for you guys today. I'll catch you next time. Peace.